Well, we're back with you, and let's get you updated on our grain trade. We'll start with our quotes provided by Bar Chart here on the corn. And corn firmed up after we opened the market, and we are still 3.5 cents higher. We're at 684 and a quarter, kind of in the middle of our trading range, but I guess I'd say it's in the upper half at least. On the soybean trade, you now have November trading 14.5 cents higher at 13.88 and a half, got as high as 13.95 in the early morning trade. All right, how about the wheat market in Chicago? We have December now a nickel lower at 9.07. Well, there they are with that banana peel again. We had been fairly sharply higher. We were as high as 9.27, and now we're 20 cents off of that. Let's check out Kansas City wheat and see what it's doing. Right now, you have December 5.25 higher at 9.94 per bushel. That would be off of its earlier high of 10.11. In the Minneapolis market on the December contract, we have the spring wheat 1.25 higher at 9.81 and a quarter. On December cotton, we are currently trading at 87.99, and it's still going strong. We're up 379 points today at 87.99. And on the crude oil trade, it's been strong today. November easing back just a little bit. We're at 85.43 per barrel. That's up $1.80 right now. Well, I am joined by the one and only Mr. Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. He gives us an update each week at this time on farm conditions in the Mid-Atlantic region. And from what I understand here, Ben, you're currently dealing with the, well, I guess the remnants of Hurricane Ian, as it has been degraded now, but it looks like it's dropping some copious amounts of rain in your area there.
Good morning, Marlin. Yes, it has. We feel very blessed that we didn't have near the troubles that the folks in Florida, the fellow farmers in Florida and some of the states to the north had. It pretty much since we talked last week, combines rolled. Pretty much everybody that owned a combine, I think, by the Thursday and Friday had it out and was working on corn. But then Friday evening, it started to drizzle after dark, moved into kind of some steady rain, and we've been very fortunate. We've had literally, Marlin, we've had an inch of rain Saturday, an inch of rain Sunday, another inch on Monday, and they're expecting another inch of rain today. So we've been fortunate. Who says 4 inches of rain is something to be appreciative of, but when you look at what the folks in Florida went through, we'll take a nice slow inch of rain 3-4 days in a row over all the wind.
All right, so I'm sure farmers are anxious to get back out there in the field. What do they do in the meantime?
Well, that's a good question. One of the pictures that I sent in was actually from a good farmer, Mike Keurig, in York County, Pennsylvania, and just was a perfect story of what farmers are doing here after these rains, going around farm to farm, looking at fields, seeing which variety of corn is holding up well and which one started to what they call fall apart, where the stalks are starting to lay across the roads, corn's starting to go down. And those are the ones, as you know, Marlin, that the combine needs to get into first, whether it's Friday, Saturday, till the combines get back out in the field. But this is definitely a year where the separation between varieties is going to show up which ones have better disease resistance and which ones don't. So that's what they're working on, besides basic maintenance that those combines were running for 3 straight weeks in some farms.
Can I put you on the spot for a second here? What is the situation with fertilizer availability this fall?
So at this point, fertilizer availability is good. When it comes to, can I call today and get a trailer load of fertilizer shipped to our facility? Absolutely. But having said that, supply-demand is still the demand, the amount of nitrogen, especially liquid, that's being exported from the U.S. over to Europe has kept supply not as good as we would want to push prices back down. But ultimately, if you want fertilizer, you'll have no problem getting it in the Northeast. you're just going to have to continue to pay record high prices for this time of year.
Ugh, okay. Well, that's what I was afraid I would hear. But anyway, thank you for the update. It's there if you can afford it. Bottom line, I guess. Ben, always good to hear from you. Thank you for the pictures and the video. Hope things dry out so everybody can finish up. Ben Hushon, he's with the mill in Whitehall, Maryland. We'll come back in a moment and I'll get you updated on livestock trade next.